Welcome to 2022 with me. If you're watching this video, I'm so proud of you. 2021. Yeah, it was great. It was amazing. And if you're watching this with me, Happy New Year. I'm so happy you're part of us. You're part of me. And I'm so grateful. Honestly, I enjoy 2021 in every way, but I'm not here. I'm not ignorant of every other person that has experienced difficulty, especially with COVID and other things. I lost a dear friend at the end of the year, like 24th or so, which was very devastating. But I still thank God because the year so far last year was generally amazing. And I want to just reflect on the year. If you have time to just listen, I'll be more than grateful. And I would start with my parenting skills. I felt disappointed in myself this last year. This is 12:30, by the way, 12:30 a.m. I really felt disappointed in myself. Um, I just did not want to beat myself. Like, oh, I should have done better. I felt from the middle of the year I slacked because I usually teach my kids memory verses and all of that. And there was a day I paused and asked my son, what does he like about me? Or what does he, I can't remember what the question was, not necessarily what he likes, but what's outstanding about me. And all he said was, Daddy plays with us and Mommy teaches us memory verses. So I felt, and don't get me wrong, my husband teaches them as well, but it's like, kids remember the playful things more than the serious things. So they tagged me. And I just felt like I was not doing well with um when it comes to playing with them. So I now chilled and I'm like, well, let's just play. Should be play, let's play. I'm a fun loving person, and I felt like my husband is less of that. But again, my children kind of gave me a mirror to look at that, and I had to pause. And it truly affected the whole year for me because my children were very organized, very routine, but I dropped everything. And I'm thankful that I did because my first son, I did not notice, was almost in the OCD state. He was like highly routine. Um, Sorry, my son woke up. I don't know if this is a new habit, but he woke up and he wanted water to drink. So let's continue with this. Um, he was kind of freaking out if we are not following the rules, if we are not. He could be like, okay, what is it time for? He can wake up in the morning, good morning, mom, what is it time for? And I'm like, sure, girl, you need to cool down. Because I did not want to have kids that are like nerds or robots or something like that. I want kids that would be very fun, like me, and very calm like their dad. I'm very serious when it comes to being smart as well. Now, don't get me wrong, I truly would allow my kids to choose whatever they want, but I want to expose them to everything so that they can pick from all the experience. I don't want it to be that they were not exposed to fun, or they were not exposed to routine, they were not exposed to being very organized and all of that. However, um I am going to scrap the audio I recorded because I was really busy and I felt like my attention was distracted. I was distracted, I mean, when it came to doing my hair and talking at the same time. It became so slow. So that was the thing I kind of did last year, and I did not like how I slacked completely and threw off everything. Now, I think 2021 was the way forward. I think I'm going to pick up and start something new. I don't know if it's something new or I have to start afresh because kids easily forget. You have to start all over because they can't even remember all the routines. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm planning to be an early morning person. I'm not. I'm truly not, but I'm gonna try. Um, and another thing I want to look into was my marriage. My marriage was fun this year, especially. I think we went outside. We we did more of outdoor stuff. Um, and I was so grateful that it wasn't like recording and showing people what we were doing. Even when we recorded stuff, trust me, I ended up not posting them. And I enjoyed every detail because I intentionally put the camera down and enjoyed it. Now I think this year I'll do more of enjoying with the camera. I don't know if that makes sense, but I hope to do that. Um, Another thing I appreciate about this year is I let go of all my beliefs. Even though I'm someone that encourages or talks about relationship, counsel married people, counsel single people, to be honest with you, letting go of traditions and culture is hard. As simple as we think it is hard. Sometimes when you hear us talking, we're talking to ourselves. Myself especially, I'm talking to myself because there are so many cultural beliefs or traditions or things that have been knitted into me from childbirth through um my late 20s was when I left Nigeria. I grew up with all of these things, and it's so unfortunate that I um grew up experiencing or seeing marriages in a different way. I remember every time I go for weddings, the um what are they called? The cake dressers would have a speech, and one common speech I heard not once, I don't know if it's more than twice, but is this cake tastes bitter, sweet. If you notice, they will say this cake is bitter, sweet, um, tart, and all of that in one whole cake. And honestly, I have never tasted cake with all of those. Maybe I've never been observant, but all they're trying to say is that's how marriage is. There's bitterness, there's sweetness, there's tartness. Sometimes it's gonna be sour. It's not gonna be as easy. It's like a roller coaster thing. Now that is how I came into marriage. I came into marriage with that mindset. I came into marriage with the belief that it cannot be perfect. You have to have misunderstanding. Don't get me wrong. It's not like we have figured it out completely, but I feel like I was always trying to be like the regular people. Oh no, we of course we've had problems. No, yeah, you know, we haven't. We've had our, you know, we've never argued. We would talk over stuff like, this is what I've noticed. Why did you do this? And why did I do this, babe? Okay, this. But we've never had a misunderstanding. But I've tried to turn around and not agree that that is true and that is possible. I've always tried to manipulate it, and sometimes I even find myself trying to be like, no, let's just have that problem so that we'll get it out of the way. I'm not special, I'm not different, and it's show off to say that. And I've been forcing that tradition, that thing that I've seen always, that marriage is a roller coaster, and it has to be in my marriage. And it never came to pass. This is 6 years. You know how you'll be like, oh, it's the initial stage, it will happen. And I've always been scared to testify of that goodness. Yes, I talk about marriage all the time. I talk about how amazing my husband is. But I let go completely this year. I think this year was the year that I was able to, you know, like, it's possible. I can do it. We can do it with the help of God, and we will do it. I was in disbelief. I felt like there's no way a marriage will flourish without those hard times. People will tell you that amazing sex come in um through. I don't want to talk about anything sex on this YouTube channel, but they will tell you it's after a fight that you have amazing intimacy. And I've had all of those even without the fight. So 2021 was that. Now I want to improve on not being scared. The enemy wants me to keep quiet of how amazing my marriage is, because I feel I will fail and people will laugh at me. And that is how I've always felt that I've been withholding so many things. I've been not totally free. But I think I enjoyed a a good percentage of it 2021. And I think I will do more this year to completely let go and enjoy the blessings of God and the fullness of everything in 2022. Another thing again I have struggled with is PCOS. 2022, I would be intentional to treat, because I was like carefree about it, because I felt like, oh, it did not give me any low self-esteem. I enjoyed just no, I did not enjoy. Let me not say that. I was so busy that I couldn't even take care of myself. That is one thing I think I totally did in 2021. Yes, there are times that I'll be like, oh, self-care, go do my hair, go do this. I was lucky to have friends invite me for photo shoots and all of that. But again, I still did not take care of myself. I was not eating right. I think cravings came from PCOS, and my hair growth, like all around beards and all of those things happened. It did not take away from me feeling good about myself, but I completely ignored everything that came with that. And I feel like that might affect me in the future. And I now have, as you can see everywhere, I have pot belly because of that. And that is another symptoms of PCOS. But again, honestly, I'm so happy that I did not give it a listening ear, because it would have weighed me down. But it did not. The only side effect is I did not take care of it. I did not treat it. I did not even go to the hospital. When they told me the cyst has disappeared, I'm like, duh, it's because I did not take care of it. But I think this year I will do even more of being a better person when it comes to self-care. And spiritually, I think I was quite good from the onset. I was overwhelmed with so much of activities that even the Holy Spirit was calling me back. That's why I stopped any video here. I don't want to have a disconnect and just keep going, and everybody will be seeing me as somebody that is going, and there's a true disconnect in my life, especially spiritually. And that's one thing I don't want to play with or mess with. And yes, I totally was doing well, but I felt like I was diving into the word because I was giving out to people. I truly want to do more of intimacy, not because I'm going to share with my kids, not because I'm going to talk to a couple, not because I'm going to talk to single people, not because I'm going to talk to any other person about relationship. I need to dive into the word for me. I need to dive into the word and commune with my father for me. And don't get me wrong, I had my devotions, I had my intimacy for a long time, but again, I felt like I got distracted with times that I need to study for something else. I want to just be in that atmosphere of love and basking in that um place of, I don't know how to explain this thing properly, but I just want to enjoy my atmosphere with God, and not because I'm going to tell somebody anything about anything. And that's what I think this year is all about. If you've watched and listened to me throughout, honestly, you've tried. Um, I honestly am looking forward to 2022. I'm not even going to talk about anything about YouTube or social media. It was good. It was a full roller coaster because I put other things first, and I will still do that. God should be first in my life. Family will be first in my life. And all of you who have shown me support when I'm putting family first, I appreciate you. And for those who are not patient, honestly, I understand why you're not. And I hope we'll be friends and better friends this year. This year. I love you guys. I hope you enjoy this new year. Please, if you are a Christian and you are not having an intimate relationship, I think it's a good time to have an intimate relationship with God. Uh, please don't joke with this. There are so many people that did not believe that they would die in 2021, and they did die. Okay. And there are so many of us, including myself, that may be thinking we'll be alive and we may not. So please, let's take it seriously and enjoy God's presence in our lives. I love you guys, and I pray that you be blessed in everything you do. Thank you so much. Bye.